Hello there, this is the Shadow Ranger. I'm just going to do a quick video here. Been relaxing in my bed the whole day, watching videos and playing video games. Because in Korea, the day we know we call in America Chinese New Year is a real holiday, which means I get 2 days off of work for it. And they were very relaxing. Anyway. Alright, I'm going to do a quick video here. And this is 5 women's gimmick matches that I like to see. There are going to be 2 diva matches and 3 knockouts matches. And I gotta be honest, looking at this list, 3 of the matches on this list of 5 that I'm about to talk about, I am honestly surprised haven't happened yet. And I have no idea how to explain why they haven't happened yet, but let's talk about them here. Alright, first we're going to start off with 2 WWE matches. First one is obvious. Divas Royal Rumble. I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet. I don't know why. I mean, they did a 25 Diva Battle Royal at WrestleMania a couple years ago, and you've done Battle Royals on TV. I wonder how come there's never been a Divas Rumble. I mean, I understand you don't have 30 divas and you can't do 2 30-person rumbles, but like a 10 diva rumble at the beginning of the show, that couldn't work. Do it at maybe, let's see, 10 divas. We'll do 90-second intervals, quick eliminations. You can knock the whole thing out in a good 20 to 25 minutes. I mean, it ain't gotta last that super long. But I'm surprised they never just got it. I mean, you got plenty of divas. You got 10 divas you can use on the roster. You got what? You got Beth. You got Natty. You got Eve. You got Kelly. You got the Bellas. That's what, 6 right there. AJ, Tamina, Caitlyn, Alicia Fox. There you go. That's 10 divas right there. 10 diva rumble. Why this hasn't happened yet, I have no idea. Second, not as surprising that it hadn't happened, would be a Divas Elimination Chamber match. I actually remember last year, I think it was Layla who did an interview saying she'd like to have one. I actually would like to see it too. You need 6 divas, and here's the 6 I'd like to see. Feel free to leave a comment section or make a response video telling me what women's matches you'd like to see and who you'd put in them. But for my Divas Elimination Chamber match, I would have Layla, Beth Phoenix, Natalya, Karma, AJ, and Eve. Now, of course, you can't do it this year because Karma is out, but maybe next year you could do it. I think that'll be something new, something refreshing. Especially since you don't have to have the guys do 2 Elimination Chamber matches if you want to do something different leading into WrestleMania. So, again, Layla, Beth, Natalya, Karma, AJ, and Eve. That would be my 6 women for my first Divas Elimination Chamber match. I think it would be a fun match to see. I picked AJ because she's the smallest diva, and I think it just looks more brutal to see her getting beat up. Imagine if at one point you have her and Karma as the 2 in the ring, and for just like 2, 3, 4 minutes of Karma just destroying AJ, throwing her up against the chamber walls. I mean, it would look so brutal, especially with Karma so big and AJ so small. I think that would really, really put it over. Switching over to Impact Wrestling and the Knockouts. First one, again, the fact that this match hasn't happened already, I don't understand. Because I and other people tweet Dixie Carter and ask for it every year, but for some reason, they've never done it. And that's a Queen of the Mountain match. I mean, we haven't seen the King of the Mountain match in a couple of years, but why not let the Knockouts bring it back and do one? People would like it just to see the King of the Mountain match come back It's new ground for the Knockouts. It goes that one step further of, TNA always portrayed the Knockouts as they can do anything the guys can do. So, take it one step farther and throw that up there. I think it just puts the Knockouts just at that one that, takes them up a bit higher, saying, man, this is what, a lot of fans want to see out of women's wrestling. It sends that message that, hey, all those women who want to be on national TV, TNA is the place you want to go. I personally would love to see a Queen of the Mountain match. I mean, my perfect Queen of the Mountain match really couldn't do, because some of the women that I want in it have left the company. But so I'm not just doing it like just dream of anybody to put in. I'm going with people who are on the current rosters for these. So, because if I was doing my dream Queen of the Mountain match, Taylor Wilde and Daphne would be in it, but they're no longer part of TNA. Awesome Kong would have been in it too, but and timing. Anyway, so but getting back to women who are actually on the roster. For this year, maybe you could do it this year at Slammiversary 10th anniversary. You want to do something special that you haven't done, Queen of the Mountain match would do it. So my 5 participants in this Queen of the Mountain match would be Velvet Sky, Mickie James, Gail Kim, Tara, and ODB. Next, another one that I'm not as surprised, but I'm a little bit surprised that they haven't done this yet. I'd be shocked to hear that it has. I would bet that this has been discussed on more than one occasion, but for whatever reason just hasn't come to fruition. And that is a Knockouts Ultimate X match. I think maybe I would bet that this has been suggested in the past, and maybe people just thought they didn't think the Knockouts were up to doing an Ultimate X match. Because, when you do Ultimate X, there's a certain bit of, high spots and high flying and crash and burn that's expected of it, and maybe the Knockouts aren't really up for that. Or people just don't think they could do it. But I got 2 versions of this one. First, a tag team ultimate match and a 3-way ultimate match. So my tag team ultimate X match would be Tara and Tessmacher against Sarita and Rosita. Sarita and Rosita could do a lot more high flying stuff, and I think Tara and Tessmacher, they're an established babyface team. You got an established heel team, and I think those two in a tag team ultimate X match would be something pretty cool to see. Sarita and Rosita would do a little high flying, and really Ultimate X, you really can throw the whole face and heel out the window when you do an Ultimate X match. Same as when the guys do it. People, no one really cares about who's the face, who's the heel, just as long as the match is entertaining. And I think these 4 women could really pull it off. They could do some good ring work. They could give us some good high spots, some good stuff on the wire. It would just be all around entertaining. So that is a match I'd like to see. As for a singles Ultimate X match, it would be a 3-way, and that would be Gail Kim, Mickie James, and Sarita. I put Sarita in both because we've seen Sarita do high flying stuff, and you kind of always want that in Ultimate X. So either way, I would make sure she's in it. Gail Kim, is up for it. She's done ladder matches in TNA. She's done cage matches. She's dove off the top of the cage before, so she doesn't have a problem doing some high risk stuff. And as I was looking at the roster to pick my 3rd, I was thinking just trying to figure out who I thought could do Ultimate X best, and Mickie James stood out to me as who would be the most intriguing to me in the match. Again, she's done dives off the cage and things of that nature, so she's not afraid to take some high risk stuff that you would want to see in an Ultimate X match. And last, the 5th match, another one that I'm honestly surprised has not happened yet. And again, I would probably bet my soul that it's been suggested more than once, and I'm still surprised that it hasn't happened. And that would be a Knockouts Lethal Lockdown match. Now, part of me thinks that maybe the reason this hasn't happened is because the Lethal Lockdown match takes a long time, and Maybe they feel like you not want to do two on the show. But what you do is you have one as the opener and the other as the main event. So the Knockouts Lethal Lockdown on the Lockdown pay-per-view would be the first match of the pay-per-view, and then the Guys Lethal Lockdown match would be the last match on the pay-per-view. So you have the other matches to kind of, in between to cool you down before another big lockdown match. It's kind of like when you do the the two elimination chamber matches. One of them is always the opening match, and one of them's always the last match. That way you got other matches in between to bring you down for the next chamber match. Same as elimination chamber, you do the same way. So the Knockout Lethal Lockdown would start the pay-per-view. Alright, so Lethal Lockdown, you need a face team and a heel team. So my heel team would be Gail Kim, Madison Rayne, Winter, and Angelina. I thought about Sarita and Rosita going in this match, but I kind of think about if I was actually the person in charge, I would go with Winter and Angelina, because last year, maybe a couple months ago, I listened to an interview with Winter, and she talked about how one of the things she's always wanted to do is have a steel cage match. Just she's never been in one, that she's always wanted to. So let her do it, since it's something that she always wanted to do. So that would be my heel team: Gail Kim, Madison Rayne, Winter, and Angelina Love. And the face team would be Mickie James, Velvet Sky, Tara, and Tessmacher. Makes the most sense here. Yeah, not a whole lot else I want to say about that match. So, this was only took me a little over 11 minutes. So I'm going to wrap this video up. Just a short little video. Feedback is always appreciated. If you'd like to make a response video, or just leave me some in the comments section. What are some gimmick matches that you'd like to see the Divas and Knockouts compete in? And which Divas and Knockouts would you like to see in that particular match? Yeah, so before I wrap up, I'll go over it one more time. Divas Royal Rumble, any 10 Divas would be fine. Divas Elimination Chamber match: Layla, Beth, Natalya, Karma, AJ, and Eve. Knockouts: Queen of the Mountain, Velvet Sky, Mickie James, Gail Kim, Tara, and ODB. Knockouts Ultimate X: Sarita and Rosita versus Tara and Tessmacher, or Gail Kim versus Sarita versus Mickie James. And finally, Knockouts Lethal Lockdown match: Gail Kim, Madison Rayne, Winter, and Angelina Love versus Mickie James, Velvet Sky, Tara, and Tessmacher. Alright, so that is all for this video. This is the Shadow Ranger. Thank you for listening. If you like my videos, please subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at TJSMITH3. And have a nice day.